kicked off for some reason. We are live in New York City looking at a gorgeous sunset here on Thursday afternoon. It's a little bit past 5 o'clock, probably around 5:15 p.m., give or take. It is an unseasonably warm 66 Fahrenheit today. It should not be this warm. Normally it's in the 40s, but we will happily, gladly take this gorgeous weather. 66 Fahrenheit is approximately 18.6 or 18.7 Celsius. We are up on the 17th floor roof deck. Hi, Joy. And hopefully we won't get kicked off because this is not the third time I'm trying to do this tonight. For some reason, the signal keeps on cutting out. You hope the ball drop is in person this year. I hope so too, but I'm not sure. John, hopefully you're right. Hey, Robert Hunt. Good to see Robert on here. Hope all is well. We're looking at a gorgeous sunset. Walter, I haven't seen Walter in a long time. Woodlands, great to see you, Walter. Hello, Mr. Larky Boy. Welcome to New York City. We're on the 17th floor roof deck looking at a gorgeous sunset this evening in New York City. Unseasonably warm. Great to see John Hardy. Gorgeous, gorgeous day today in New York City. Third time is the charm. Yes, this is the third time in the last 7 or 8 minutes I've tried to start this broadcast. For some reason, I just kept on getting kicked out and the system crashed. Let's hope it works this time. So far it is, but it's only been 2 minutes, so let's see what happens. Third time hopefully will be the charm. Bonjour, comment ça va? Ça va bien, merci beaucoup. Vive la France. Robert Hunt. You're great. Good to hear that, Robert. Good. Glad to hear you're doing well. Hope all is doing well. Everyone's doing well. I'm just panning the camera around here in New York City. We are on the Upper West Side of Manhattan on Central Park West. And you should now see Central Park coming into view. That right there is Central Park. On the other side of the park is the Fifth Avenue side. I'm on the Central Park West side. The other side of the park is Fifth Avenue. Oh, Kaylee, I'm glad it's coming across on YouTube. Shy Blues, and it's great to see you. It's been so long. Hope you're doing well. Great to see you. Great to see some familiar faces on here. Seattle in the house. Hi, Glenn. Come back and visit us, Sean. Gorgeous sunset tonight in New York City. So I am simulcasting on Periscope, on YouTube, on Twitter Live, and on Haps, all at the same time through the Haps app. As you know, hey Ted, good to see Ted. As you know, Keizo, domo arigato to Keizo. Thank you so much for being here. Do you guys see Keizo? He's at kanji_K. A fabulous, fabulous broadcaster. Give Keizo a follow, please. He's awesome. Flights to Rome, Milan in April. Phil, great. Thank you, Phil, for that info. Peter Bittner just joined. Everybody follow Peter Bittner. He is the community manager on Haps. Give Peter a follow. He is doing a great job on this app. He's doing a great job staying in touch with all the broadcasters. He does Q&As every week to answer questions about the Haps app. So please, please follow him. And if you're not on Haps, I will be broadcasting on Haps because as Sean just said, thank you, Robert. As Sean just said, Periscope is shutting down at the end of March. So I put a note on my Periscope profile to follow me here on Haps, because that is the platform I moved to. Indeed, Shy Blues, and I got to do the same to you. Are you on Haps, Shy Blues? Kanji, are you on Haps, Keizo? Am I following you on Haps? I need to make sure I am. If you're not on Haps, please come on Haps so I can follow you guys. A lot of Periscope broadcasters are coming to Haps, but others are not, so I'm trying to find out where everyone's going. So as you know, Periscope is shutting down at the end of March. Have I moved it? I used to follow and yes, I'm on Central Park West now, Mr. Larky. Please say hi to Ann and Keizo. Budlam says hi to Ann and Keizo, Walter K. So to answer Larky Boy's question, yes, I moved. I am now on Central Park West. There's Central Park right there. That is the park. So I moved from Midtown. I used to live on 56th Street and Broadway. Now I live on Central Park West. So I'm on a different rooftop, different views. But now we have at least a partial view of the park. The other side of the park is Fifth Avenue. Okay, Shy Blues, if I'm not already following you on YouTube, I need to do that. So I hope I remember after this broadcast. If I don't do that, please remind me, because I need to follow you. Phil, hi Phil. Phil, thank you. Keep me posted on the signal on YouTube, Phil, because this broadcast is being simulcast on YouTube, which you're watching, Phil. It's also being simulcast on Periscope. It's also being simulcast on Twitter Live, and I am broadcasting from the HAPS app, HAPPS. And I will be broadcasting permanently on HAPS after Periscope shuts down at the end of March. Keizo, are you also on HAPS, or are you still just on Periscope, Keizo? Because I need to follow you if I'm not already. If you're on HAPS, I should be following you, but if you're not, let me know so I can follow you whatever platform you move to after Periscope. Hey, Kobe, good to see Kobe on here. So we're on the Upper West Side of Manhattan here in New York City, and you're looking at a gorgeous sunset. Sunsets at 6 p.m. today, and it's only about 20 after 5:30. I don't have a watch on, but I'm pretty close to the time. Indeed, Phil. Hey, Kobe. Thanks for being here, Kobe. We're on the 17th floor roof deck on Central Park West. I live on Central Park West. I'm up on the roof deck of the building that I live in. Yes, Shy Blues. I need to remember to do this. I hope I don't forget. But if I do forget, you gotta please remind me. Stay on me till I follow you on YouTube. I need to do that. Absolutely, 100% Shy Blues. Okay, Keizo, if you're on HAPS, I'm pretty sure I'm following you, but I will make sure that I am after this broadcast. And the same with Shy Blues on YouTube. I need to follow her on YouTube. First time you heard about HAPS. It's Robert, it's H as in Harold, A as in Apple, P as in Peter, P as in Peter, S. H as in Harold, APP. Yes, that's where I'm moving to now. If you're watching me on Periscope right now, if you go to my profile page on Periscope, I have a link to where I'm broadcasting from so you can follow me there. You know, it's interesting. I've never once in my life asked for anyone to follow me on Periscope. It was all organic, but I need to let people know where I'm moving to because Periscope is shutting down. So that's why I'm asking people now just to follow me on HAPS so they know where I'm going, because Periscope is shutting down at the end of March. Okay, Shy Blues, am I following you on HAPS? If I'm not, I need to. I'm pretty sure I'm following Keizo. I'm not sure if I'm following you or not, Shy Blues. So I need to do that. I hope I remember. I will. I have to do that after this broadcast. I'm pretty sure I'm following Keizo, but I am not sure that I'm following Shy Blues. But I will rectify that tonight after this broadcast. Hey, Cole France, good to see Francisco. Yes, so once again, I'm repeating myself, but a couple of more people have joined. For those who are watching this on Periscope Live, I'm actually broadcasting on HAPS right now. If you go to my Periscope Live profile page, my Periscope profile, I put a link as to where I'm moving to when Periscope shuts down. But remember, once Periscope shuts down, you're not going to be able to see me on Periscope anymore. So I'm on HAPS. Keizo, I'm pretty sure I'm following you on HAPS also. It's Shy Blues I'm not sure about, but I'm pretty sure I'm following you, Keizo. But I will check to make sure. But I'm much more confident that I'm following you than I am Shy Blues. But I will check regardless, so we'll be all set. Thank you, Francisco. So this is all the Upper West Side of Manhattan. You're back on Periscope now. Okay, Shy Blues, my profile page should also have the link, but I'm going to make sure that I'm following you on HAPS and on YouTube. Periscope is shutting down because the management, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, the management of Periscope basically stopped keeping up with it. They basically stopped engaging with the community, unlike the people that run HAPS, which are very engaged with the community. It's night and day. So I'm so happy to be on HAPS, and I'm very, very impressed with the people that run it. Yes, so this is, I agree, Haley, I agree. We had a great Periscope community. I agree with you 100%. So this is Central Park. On the other side of the park, that's all Fifth Avenue. That right there is the Central Park Reservoir. The official name is the Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis Reservoir. They named that after Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis because back in the 1970s, her apartment was right around there on Fifth Avenue. Hey, St. Petersburg, Yassine! Everybody follow Yassine. Everybody follow Yassine. He's awesome. Great to see Yassine. He is based out of the Florida area, St. Pete, Tampa area, and he does gorgeous sunsets. and other great broadcasts. Follow him. He is on HAPS also. He is one of the many Periscope broadcasters that moved to HAPS. So I started to say is Mrs. Kennedy back in the 1970s lived in one of those apartments overlooking the reservoir. And back then, great to see you, Cami. Back then, the reservoir was polluted. It was an eyesore. It was disgusting. So Mrs. Kennedy raised millions and millions of dollars, and she helped the city of New York clean that reservoir up back in the 1970s. And it was maintained and clean ever since, right up until this day. So as a result, the city of New York named that after her. The official name is the Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis Reservoir. But us New Yorkers just refer to it as the Central Park Reservoir or the reservoir. There's a fantastic running track around that entire reservoir. I run around it all the time, weather permitting. I haven't gone there lately because it's been so cold outside, but now that it's starting to get warmer and more into spring, I will start running around that reservoir very, very soon once again. It's great to see Yassine on here. Great to see Amen. And it's great to see this beautiful weather in New York. It is so unseasonably warm. It is 66 Fahrenheit, which equates to about 18.7 Celsius, if I'm not mistaken. It should not be 66 Fahrenheit this time of year. It really should be in the 40s Fahrenheit. So it is a beautiful, unseasonably beautiful day today. Everyone is outside, just gorgeous. And tomorrow the temperature is going to drop once again, because again, this is like an aberration. It's not apparition. It's not supposed to be aberration. It's not supposed to be this warm this time of year. But we will gladly take it in New York. We will gladly take this weather. It's absolutely gorgeous outside. No wind, beautiful. Just have a light jacket on and a sweater. It's like a spring day today, Haley. Tomorrow it's going to drop back into the 40s, I believe. I could be wrong. And there's Central Park. I'm holding the camera high over my head so you can see the park. Hello, it's en wax. Salam. Look at that sunset. I'm going to zoom in. Hopefully it won't wreck the signal because we had technical issues before. Let's see. So I just zoomed in. Hopefully we still have a signal. And that is our sunset. Now the sun is behind the clouds. Hopefully those clouds will blow over and the view will even be more beautiful. That is our sunset tonight in New York City. Official sunset time will be 6 p.m. Paris, comment ça va? Je vais bien, merci beaucoup. Vive la France, merci beaucoup. Thank you for being here from France. You're having thunder and lightning in Scotland. Stay safe and indoors in Scotland until the lightning storm is over. Everyone follow Peter Bittner. Do you see Peter Bittner? He is the community manager at HAPS. He is amazing. He is very engaged with the community here. He does Q&A sessions to help newbies on the app, and even us folks who've been on the app a couple of times who are still learning. He answers any and all questions. He's very responsive. Follow Peter Bittner. He is awesome. He is at Peter on HAPS. HAPS is H as in Harold, A as in Apple, P as in Peter, P as in Peter, S as in Sam. That is the platform I am moving to full time when Periscope shuts down at the end of the month. But I am live streaming this right now from the HAPS app. However, it's being simulcast on Periscope, YouTube, and Twitter Live. If you are watching this on Periscope right now, if you go to my profile page, you will see, I will get to that in the second panel. I will show you the famous movie scenes from my building and across the street in a minute. Thank you for reminding me. If you look at my profile page on Periscope, not on HAPS, if you look at my profile page on Periscope, I have a link to the app. And my profile page on HAPS is listed on my Periscope profile, so you know where to follow me when Periscope shuts down. Germany, Danke schön for being here. Thank you, Germany. Danke schön. Now let me answer the other question about some famous people who live here and movie sites. Now I want to be clear, I'm only going to talk about public information. If it's not public information, I cannot talk about it. So in this building right across the way, Keanu Reeves has an apartment. I've never seen him. Some of my neighbors have. My doorman has. I've never seen him. But when he's in New York, he's based in LA, but when he's in New York, he has an apartment right next door to me in this building. Now let me flip around. Do you see right that tall building where the sunset is? Famous tennis star who's retired now, Billie Jean King, lives there in that building. Speaking of tennis, my next door neighbor on this side is John McEnroe. Jerry Seinfeld also has an apartment here. He's based on another part of the city and in Long Island, but he does maintain an apartment here, and he is here every once in a while. I have met his wife, Jessica, who is a total sweetheart, very nice lady. He lives there. Now I'm going to talk about a little bit of drama with this building, little political drama, but then we're going to get off politics. I'm just pointing out the people, and again, I'm only talking about public information. If it's private, I don't talk about it. Donald Trump's son, Don Jr., is dating a girl named Kimberly Guilfoyle. They've been going out for years now. She lives in this building. So the Secret Service, whenever she's there, the Secret Service is outside that building. However, she recently put her apartment on the market. It hasn't sold yet, so she still has an apartment here in this building as well. Michael J. Fox used to live in this building. He moved out, and there's a few other celebrities in there who I cannot talk about because it's not public. Now, for those of you who saw the movie The Big Short, I apologize if I'm missing comments. I'm talking about famous movie scenes now. For those of you who saw the movie The Big Short starring Steve Carell, if you go to YouTube and Google the last scene of The Big Short, you will recognize that roof deck right where I'm pointing. That is where Steve Carell was sitting in the very last scene of The Big Short, right there, having a cup of coffee or tea, talking as the market was crashing. He had The Big Short right there. You'll recognize it. Right there, it was filmed. And if you see this potted plant right there, that's where one of the cameramen was sitting. That was one of the many camera angles. So one of the cameramen were right there on this roof deck shooting that scene. That was one of the many camera angles. Now in my building, if you look through these branches, do you see this penthouse right here? If you saw the movie The Talented Mr. Ripley starring Matt Damon, there's a scene in The Talented Mr. Ripley where Matt Damon is playing the piano in the living room. And if you look out the living room window in the movie, you see a beautiful view of Central Park. That was filmed right here in this penthouse. Matt Damon right there in that penthouse. That's where that scene was filmed. For those of you in the United States who watched Law and Order 2 years ago, the season finale, they filmed.
How much longer are you going to be doing this?
15, 20 minutes.
You've already been doing it. I'm trying to sit instead of relax.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, I'll lower my voice.
But you're repeating it over and over, right?
This is a live stream. People around the world are watching this. I'll lower my voice. I'm sorry.
I'll just move.
I'm getting yelled at. I'm sorry. I have to lower my voice. So let me go back to what I was saying. So Matt Damon filmed right there, and that's where that scene was filmed. And what I started to say, about 2 years ago, Law and Order, the season finale, was filmed in the lobby of my building. There was a scene on Law and Order. The season finale was filmed in my building. So that is the sights and sounds of New York City, and that is our sunset. So I got yelled at. I was disturbing one of the neighbors. I was talking too loud, so I lowered my voice. Let's see. Robert Hunt, which looks and sounds better? Hi, Phil. Yes, absolutely. Haley is correct. You're welcome. You are welcome. Can you guys still hear me with my lowered voice? I hope you can. Let me know if you can hear me with my tone of voice at this volume. Oh, Cami, thank you so much. Okay, I'm going to talk like this. Thank you, Peter. Cami, thank you, but I can't cash that. Just so you guys know, I work in the financial services industry in the world of Wall Street, and there are very strict regulations here in the United States when you work in the financial services industry. You're not allowed to have any outside income. If you do have outside income, you have to fill out all sorts of paperwork. It's a royal pain in the rear end, and then it has to go through an approval process. So I'm just not even going to go through any of that approval process with the paperwork. So please, do not give me any tips. I cannot cash it. I cannot take it. But I do appreciate you very much. And I do have a note in my profile. Do not give me any tips. But thank you. I appreciate all of you. I understand many of you just didn't realize that, so it's okay. Absolutely, Kobe. Absolutely. So this is all the Upper West Side of Manhattan. Yes, Peter and I have spoken about the the tips issue that I'm having. I also spoke with Peter De La Hoya, who's also the techie guy at HAPS. So they're aware of it, but there's just no, understandably, there's just no fix available right now, which is fine. I just know not to cash the tips. So this once again is Central Park. That is the Fifth Avenue side of the park. I'm on Central Park West. If I turn the camera down, that right there is Central Park West. Well, thank you, Phil Koganen. That I will take. Absolutely. No problem. Yeah, well, it wouldn't be Janet Yellen. It would be the compliance department of my employer. But that's okay. I'm just not going to cash out the tips, so it won't be an issue. Hi, Robert. Thank you for being here. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous sunset tonight. Absolutely gorgeous. Ian, thank you, but I'm not allowed to take any tips. I can't cash it due to the nature of my job, but thank you. Good to see you too, Robert. Thank you for being here. Thank you for stopping by, Mr. Larkey. Good to see you. Gorgeous, gorgeous sunset tonight. This building was built way back in the day, I think in the 1920s or before that time. Long, long time ago. It's a pre-war building. I'm in Bitcoin, but I don't have a lot of Bitcoin. I do not have a lot of crypto, but I do have some Bitcoin, but not a lot. Not enough that's going to make me rich or anything like that. Hi, Shy Blues. Good to see you back. This is all the Upper West Side of Manhattan. Oh, probably, Phil. Give or take. Give or take. It may not be exact, but it's close enough. Emery Roth, there's a well-known architect in New York named Emery Roth. He's long gone, but he architected this building where I live. Emery Roth. Oh, that's okay, Ann. This is New York. It most certainly won't be the last time, and it's not the first time, so. You told me about Bitcoin when it was trading at 5,000 and now we're closing at 60,000 and 250 is imminent. Well, I hope you're right. I hope you're right that 250 is imminent. But I don't have enough of it that even if it does go to 250,000, it's not going to make me rich. I don't have enough of it. And right now it's really too expensive to buy much more. Just gorgeous out tonight. Let me zoom in on this sunset. Look at that. Can you guys see that? It's gorgeous. You have enough. Good job, Alpha. If you have enough, that's great. Good for you. I do not live on this high floor. I live on a much lower floor, but anyone who lives in this building can go up to the roof deck like I am. It's just gorgeous out. NFT this sunset. Yeah, NFTs are going crazy right now, aren't they? I am on the 17th floor roof deck. I am up on the 17th floor. Haley, it hasn't been warm enough. Today is the first warm day we've had in a really long time. And there's a running track around that reservoir. So as soon as the temperature gets warmer, I will be running around that reservoir once again. How much does it cost to live in this building? I own, I don't rent, so it's all different prices depending on the floor you're on and depending on the size of the apartment. NFT, yeah, I agree with you, Walter. I totally agree. So I moved to a different part of the roof deck, and I'm going to zoom in now and show you the park. It is a gorgeous evening. So I zoomed in a little bit. You can have a better view now of the reservoir. Just gorgeous out tonight. Absolutely gorgeous. You cannot ask for a better evening. Absolutely breathtaking. Oh, you're welcome. In crypto, you can get, well, be careful with crypto because crypto can go down just like the stock market sometimes goes down. So only invest what you can afford to lose. Spring is finally here. As with anything, invest what you can afford to lose. Look at that sunset. How gorgeous is that? Periscope is shutting down at the end of March. So for those of you who are watching on Periscope, if you look at my profile on Periscope, I put a link to the app, to the HAPS app, HAPPS, how you can follow me after Periscope closes. You've been in crypto since 2017. Good for you, Alf. You're doing very well then. Let me zoom back out. There we go. No, I do not teach crypto. I do not recommend crypto unless you're talking to Alfs. Just gorgeous out today. Absolutely beautiful. There's no wind. Usually there's wind up here, even if it's a nice day, because the wind up here, you know, picks up a little bit. There's not even an ounce of wind right now. It's just gorgeous. You don't teach, yeah, it said, yes, I agree with you, Coolin. I don't recommend stocks either. I don't give investment advice. You guys do what you want to do, because I'm not going to give advice on a stock or on a crypto and then you buy it because I say so and then it goes down. I don't want that responsibility. So I do not give advice on the stock market or on crypto. I'm not saying don't buy it, but I'm not going to tell you which crypto to buy. And I'm not saying don't go in the stock market. I'm in the stock market and I'm in crypto, but I'm not going to tell you which specific stocks, nor will I tell you which specific crypto to buy. Because I don't want you taking my advice and then you buy something and then it goes down and then you start yelling at me. Mary, you told me to buy it and I lost my money, so I don't want to go there. Exactly, Haley. Haley gets it. You know, sometimes I have really good days in the stock market. A couple of days ago, I bought calls in Amazon, and I did fantastic. But then there's other days, you know, when I buy calls in Amazon and I get killed. So I'm not going to make specific recommendations. And that's just one example of one stock. I can give many other examples. Hey, Tim, good to see Tim. Welcome to the Upper West Side of Manhattan. Indeed, I'm up on the roof deck. Hey, Sam, I'm up on the roof deck of the building that I live in New York City. here in Manhattan. I live on a much lower floor, but anyone in the building has access to this roof deck. I hear a helicopter, which is very common. Let me see if I can zoom in on it. There you go. Helicopter over New York City. Very common sight. Very common. I think the market was up today. I think the S&P may have broken a record high today, if I'm not mistaken. I was in meetings the afternoon, so I didn't see the close, but I thought I heard that or saw something flash on my phone about that. Nice view as always. Yes, it's going to be even nicer once we get into spring and summer, because as you can see, the leaves are all barren, but they will start to grow and change colors very soon. I have no idea. I have no idea, Alpha. You tell me. You tell me, Alpha Diallo. I have no idea. The helicopter, Colby, could be anything. It could be for news. It could be police. Sometimes there's a lot of traffic news helicopters that show, they tell the drivers or people on the news that might soon be driving during rush hour what streets to avoid. It could be a business person or a leisure person taking a helicopter to and from one of the airports. There's a lot of airports in the New York City area. Could be sightseeing helicopter, could be any one of those things. Yeah, the picture has been pretty good here when I zoomed in. I'm going to stay on just for a few more minutes, and then I'm going to wrap it up because I'm going to go downstairs and get some dinner. I'll probably have a salad tonight. You can see the sunset. I'm going to zoom in again. The sunset went behind those clouds. It's a gorgeous view, but the sun is hiding behind the clouds at this point. You remember you told us there. Yes, Sam, if you watch the replay, I went through all that about 15 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago on the broadcast. So you'll see me talk about that on the replay, Sam. And there we go. I think it's non-fungible token, but I'll let Sleepover just answer that. So what I like about this HAPS app, which is where I'm broadcasting from, it's simulcast on YouTube, it's simulcast on Periscope, and it's simulcast on it also simulcasts on Twitter Live. And if you also have an account on Instagram and Facebook, and I'm not sure about Twitch, maybe, it simulcasts on all those apps too. So that's what's good about this app. It's like a one-stop shop, and it just simulcasts to all your other platforms. You were just jogging your memories. No problems there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to wrap this up. It was gorgeous out tonight. We've been up here now for 40 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I want to end on this view of Central Park. I want to thank you all so much for joining. Yes, decentralized. I really appreciate all of you. I want to thank you so much for joining. Let me go ahead and zoom in just a tad, and I will leave you with this gorgeous view of the Central Park Reservoir. So we always have such a great group on here. I really appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. Thanks, Ann. Shy Blues, I have to follow you. When I get back downstairs to my apartment, I'm going to do that first thing before I forget. I want to thank all of you. We always have such a great group on here, and it's going to be cold, I think, the next day. But maybe after that I can come back up to the roof deck, or maybe do walk around the park and do something in the park. We haven't done that in a while. Thank you, Haley. You too. So everyone, take care. Really appreciate all of you. If you're on Periscope, one last time, look at my profile and you'll find a link to the HAPS app, which is where I'm broadcasting from now. And we will be back here hopefully sooner rather than later. So until next time, take care, everybody. Bye for now.